Look up at the night sky, and it is easy to assume that out there, someone is looking back. There are 200 billion stars in our galaxy alone, and roughly 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. That means there are more individual stars out there than grains of sand on every beach on Earth. This timeline shows the vast 13 billion-year history of the universe, compared to the tiny sliver of time Earth has existed. In a cosmos this old, even a civilization only a few million years ahead of us would have had ample time to spread through the entire galaxy using slow, sub-light speed probes. Based on the sheer scale of the universe, the math suggests we should be surrounded by life. Yet our sensors detect nothing. No signals, no probes, and no physical evidence of anyone else. In 1950, physicist Enrico Fermi looked at this overwhelming mathematical probability and realized the lack of evidence pointed to a deep scientific error. He didn't ask, "Are they out there?" He asked a much sharper question. If they are out there, where is everybody? This is the Fermi paradox. It represents an unresolved gap in our understanding of physics and biology, a mathematical anomaly that demands an explanation. Researchers treat this silence like a forensic investigation, testing different theories to explain the missing evidence. We begin with the least threatening possibilities. One hypothesis suggests we are simply early. The universe requires generations of stars to die before they produce the heavy elements needed for complex life. Earth might be among the first guests to arrive at the party. Another theory posits that our search methods are flawed. As you can see in this mapping of a radio wave, signals physically degrade over interstellar distances. They flatten into undetectable background noise after only a few hundred light years. Advanced civilizations might also outgrow radio technology entirely. Just as humanity moved past smoke signals, older species likely communicate using physics we cannot yet detect. While these benign theories might explain why we haven't heard from a specific, distant planet, they struggle to account for the total silence of millions of potential species. The sheer volume of the universe suggests someone, somewhere, should be loud enough to hear. As the benign explanations fail, the hypotheses grow darker. The zoo hypothesis suggests humanity is being deliberately quarantined and observed without interference, monitored like an isolated tribe by a silent galactic community. Alternatively, civilizations might turn inward. Sufficiently advanced intelligence could choose to abandon physical expansion in favor of undetectable, simulated digital existences, leaving the stars empty. This is the Great Filter. Civilizations hit a vertical barrier and their development drops to zero. Multiple species rise, hit this exact same wall, and flatline. Humanity sits at a crossroads. The filter is either safely behind us or waiting directly ahead. The absolute silence of the cosmos implies that surviving long enough to become a galactic civilization is a statistical impossibility. The Fermi paradox is less about finding aliens and more about examining ourselves. The silence functions as a mirror, reflecting our own trajectory back at us. We are currently approaching the same technological thresholds that likely constitute a future great filter: the threat of nuclear proliferation, runaway artificial intelligence, and irreversible climate collapse. The silent void above us looks less like an empty room and more like a forensic crime scene. This happens when a species invents immense power before developing the wisdom to manage it. Humanity is currently assembling the exact mechanism that keeps the universe empty. Our technological progress is likely the very barrier we have been searching for among the stars. So, next time you look up at those stars, ask yourself, which theory do you believe explains the silence? Tell me in the comments, and subscribe, because next week we're going down a rabbit hole into the most disturbing theory on this list.